Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Morgan, and this is a little creative journaling session in my A6 Hobonichi. The first thing I wanted to start off with is I got this awesome Happy Mail package from Pam at Pocket Journal Pam, and I signed up as one of her Patreons, and this level is called her Happy Mail tier, and so she sends out a Happy Mail package every month, and I was speechless. I didn't know what to expect. This was the first time that I'd ever signed up for anything like this, and so it was so much fun. It was like just opening like a package on Christmas morning, and she put a sweet note in there, and yeah, so definitely go check out her channel. I will link it below, and then she has an Etsy store as well, but I will have all that linked below for you. And let me know if you have any questions, as always. So I'm just going through this amazing box of goodies, and there was all different kinds of ephemera. Those little frog sticky notes were super cute. This dog sticker, I'll show it to you. It says, "Trust me, I'm a dogter." I thought that was so funny. Gave me a little chuckle. And then, yeah, like you can see, it was just never ending. There was so much stuff in here. And I love it too because it's they're items that I wouldn't normally have access to. Just, I don't know where she gets all of these things, but yeah, anyway, it's super fun. And I'm really glad to be a part of it. So it's always nice to receive Happy Mail, but I don't know, when it comes from someone in another country, there's just something that kind of takes it to that whole other level of just being special. I don't know. I guess it's because it's things that I can't get really around here, so makes it extra fun. And then she had several pieces of cardstock, different weights of paper in here, and then these little pages from I'm assuming like a magazine as well were in there. So anywho, that's my little Happy Mail share. Let's go ahead and get started at the journaling. So like I said, this is my A6 Hobonichi, my creative journal. I don't really have any rules in this journal. I do use like the date that's on the page, but I'm not necessarily, it isn't things that happened on that day, and it's not necessarily me journaling on that specific day. So I have done that, but like with this journaling session here, I'm just kind of catching myself up in the journal. I got a little bit behind again. Yeah, my goal is I'm trying to just create a habit, I guess, of doing journaling in here, the creative part of it in here. My hope is to sit down and do something in it every day, like a daily thing, but it's just a little bit difficult to, yeah, you have to, have all your stuff out, and it's okay. I mean, I have my craft desk downstairs in my little craft room, and I can leave the stuff out, but then when I walk back down to film again, it's like a huge mess. So I'm just trying to figure out my flow, I guess is what I'm saying. So yeah, this first page here, I was wanting to dedicate to my journals, and not remembering how small the A6 is. I ended up only using one picture of the A6, the one on the bottom there. The one on the top is my memory journal. And so yeah, I had a stack of stuff there on the left-hand side that I was just kind of sorting through, trying to decide what I wanted to use. I started by putting down some washi tape, and the grid washi is from Amazon. This paperclip washi someone sent to me. If I'm able to link it below in my Amazon favorites list, I will. So everything will be down there for you if I can find it. The paperclip washi, unfortunately, I couldn't find. I'm going to look again on Amazon, though, and I wasn't able to spend a whole lot of time looking for it, but anywho, so I made this one picture, a little tip in, and that way I can go back and write underneath of it, because I wanted to use this image, the gal with her paintbrush, it says journaling on it. I wanted to use that image on this page, and I knew that was going to take up a pretty significant amount of space. So doing the picture as a tip in allowed me to be able to still use her and get the picture on the page and still have a space like for the journaling or whatever. So this isn't like the type of journal that I do a lot of writing in, mainly because it's just my creative space, but also because there's just not a lot of room. So anytime you can kind of squeeze out a little bit of extra room there by using the tip-ins, that's really great. So, but I wanted to kind of write a little bit about my journal and what the purpose is of it and stuff like that. And I had a coloring book that I had cut apart to use for the images, the floral images, and it was like on a piece, the cover of it looked like it was a piece of notebook paper. So I cut out different sections of that as I was cutting out the flowers, and I thought, oh, I can use that for a little journaling spot. So I taped or glued that down to the back of the picture, and then I'm just adding some washi tape. So then I'll have that space there I can write on, and then also the actual paper itself. So, and I do go back in and kind of fill in some of the space with some different things. But I knew I would have plenty of space to write what I needed to write or what I wanted to. These diary journal stickers are not stickers. They're like ephemera from Calico Collage on Etsy, and I will link her shop below. I cut out one of them that says journal and just put it below because that was my theme for the day for that spread. And then this piece of ephemera is from Pocket Journal Pam's Patreon collage sheets, and then the girl with the paintbrushes as well. So I wanted to get that glued down. It says this journal belongs to. I thought that was cute. And then I'm just using some different markers to add some dots and dashes and stuff like that to the page. Like I said, just to give it a little bit more interest and fill in the white space a little bit. And I find myself like, okay, what else can I add? What else can I add? I think I said that in my last video too. It was like, sometimes you just have to stop. Just stop. Go on to the next page. So, yeah, I'm just adding different shapes and dashes and stuff like that with those Crayola. I have the Super Tips, and then I also have the Crayola brush pens. They're like a dual tip brush pen, and really nice. The brush tip pens are kind of like a Tombow knockoff, and they're not as good a quality, but it's fine. I'm not worried about it for the price. So, all right. So now we are on to the next spread, and this one was I wanted to do something dedicated to my daughter. I have the same picture in my memory journal, but I also wanted to put it in here because what I want to do is write her a little note, and I'm going to stick it in that envelope there. That floral thing was from a Planner Society box. I think the washi came in it, or stickers or something. And I cut the top off and made a little pocket out of it. And so I'm going to just write a little note to her in there. And I might give that to her, like for her graduation or something. I don't know. Anywho, I was trying to figure out like how I wanted to lay everything out. And that's always, it's sometimes like a puzzle. So you just kind of have to move stuff around until you get it where you feel like it looks good. But yeah, it can definitely be challenging to say the least. So I went ahead and glued down the picture onto that little pocket that I made there. And then I had these little scraps of lace from another spread that I did, and I didn't want them to just go to waste. So I stapled them to the corner of the little picture pocket thing. And yeah, I think that's super cute. It just kind of pulls out the tones of the doily, and then, just kind of repeats that same color there, that neutral. And then this camera is from Cat Collage Club, I believe is the name. She has a YouTube channel and Instagram as well, and I will link her channel below. So I got that cut out and just trying to figure out where I want to put it. And the washi here was some that someone sent to me. So I wanted to use that green just to kind of pull that out. again, because the color of her top underneath her sweater is green. So that was kind of my inspiration for the colors. Made a tip-in out of that. Like I said, I'm going to use it as a pocket, but then I also wanted to make it a tip-in so that I would have space underneath to, add anything that I want. And so I got that done. And it's so interesting too, like the washies, they have been sitting in my washi bin just because you can only use so much, right? And I think I said this in my last creative journaling video, but I had kind of made a pledge to myself. I'm going to use that washi because I feel like it just goes to waste and I hate that. So, so then I got that camera put down. I glued down the beauty ephemera there at the bottom. And then I had this little sticker that says, "May the Lord bless you and keep you." I wanted to add that to the page underneath and needed just kind of something to layer it on top of. So this green grid washi there from that setup from Amazon, put that down and then layered the sticker on top of it. All right, we're on to the next one. And if you didn't watch my last video, my last creative journaling video, my process for this is I will find something that inspires a spread. And so like the one of my daughter, that was her picture. My journal was the one before that. And for this page, it was that piece of ephemera that says, "It's okay not to be okay." And that's from Pocket Journal Pam, from her Patreon. So that was my inspiration for this spread. And then I just started out by putting some watercolor down. And I was trying very careful, to be very careful to not get the paint under or onto the page underneath of it, like the edges. And I have done that before, and it's kind of annoying. And not that it's a super big deal, but sometimes you make a big swipe, and it's kind of noticeable, and then it just looks weird. So I got that put down and dried. And then I just started layering. I had that piece of paper that has the lines on it there. That's just some scrap paper that I had in my scrap bin. That's the other thing that I want to do this year, is to use out of my scrap bin and really kind of get that used up. And I did go through it and throw away things that I was like, why am I keeping that? So, and I got rid of some things, but a lot of it I ended up keeping and just kind of made a pledge to myself to use that up as well. So I was able to get that piece of paper incorporated into a spread, and I kind of like it. It's very random, and it was almost like this just does not, I didn't really feel the flow of it there for a minute while I was putting the spread together. And then once I started gluing things down, it just kind of came together. So I wanted to kind of tuck that under that piece of paper there. That's kind of what I'm messing with, trying to figure out where it would look the best and not cover up like the words and stuff on it. So I got that. I just glued down the left-hand side first, so that I could still kind of move it. And then I went in there and stuck the rest of it down with the glue stick. So the butterfly is from Calico Collage and Linda Israel. So I'll put her website below as well. She does kits and things that are like collaborations with Calico Collage. What I wanted to do with this butterfly was make it into like a little tuck spot. So I just glued down the bottom half of the butterfly and tucked that little teeny tiny library card. That's from a stamp from Linda Israel. So I put that there. I'm just going to probably use it as decoration. I don't know. I was thinking what I could write on the back of it, and I might just write a little message to myself about the theme of this page, which is, it's okay not to be okay. So the writing and all that stuff, I just like with my memory journal, I'll go back in later and kind of fill in the writing. So this heart is from Loveland's Life Patreon collage sheets for this month. And then that little piece of ephemera there that has the box on it, that's also from her Patreon. Then I was kind of just done with that page, even though I didn't feel like it was done. So I just moved on to the last spread here. And this one was I wanted to do, I took some pictures and printed them out. I just used my regular printer, so they're not the best quality, but I didn't have time to get my pictures uploaded to Walmart and go pick them up and stuff. I wanted to get this video done, and so I just printed them on my printer, so it's a little bit dark, but it's okay. You can still see what they are. It's the box of Happy Mail from Pam, and I took a close-up picture of the message that she wrote on the inside of the box. So yeah, so I wanted to just kind of make a little spread about that Happy Mail that I got. And I started just by putting down some blocks of color here with the red and the orange. And I wanted them to be very concentrated in color instead of like the lighter. So I left them very bold, just the blocks of color. So, and again, I was like, oh yeah, I have 3 pictures. They're not all going to fit on the page, Morgan. So I just chose 2 and ended up making one a tip in so that I can write underneath of it, and glued the other one down. So, and this is my favorite washi tape like ever. I'm completely obsessed with it. I love it, and I use it all the time. I feel like I don't know what I'm gonna do when it runs out. Like I need to try to find it on Amazon or something, because it just goes with like every spread, and it's just, you know, it's very simple, just polka dots, but it's fun. So put that in the middle, and then those thinner washies are really fun to add some color where like you can't add it with a marker over that watercolor or whatever. So I added the pink one at the bottom, and then here I'm just tipping in the top picture there with the little skinny orange washi tape there. I found that this is really a good way to, you know, you can still incorporate the pictures, but also leave space for writing. So if you are, you know, more inclined to write more than me, because I'm just not a writer and I really struggle with that. I'm like, I don't know what to say. Anyway, but it does give you more space. And I could do the same thing. I could have done the same thing with the bottom picture, and then I would have even more space to write. So just kind of nice. And, you know, if it's not writing, you can add more pictures or washi tape or whatever, like me. This little Happy Mail or little postage stamp image is from Pocket Journal Pam, and it just says airmail on it. I thought that was cute. So I stuck that down to the bottom. And then I also had received a subscription box to the Lollipop Box Club the other day, and the theme was had like a Happy Mail theme, and just kind of Valentine's driven too. So I pulled out some of the stickers and ephemera from that, and I did do an unboxing on my channel. So if you are interested in that, you can take a peek at that. There's a lot of cute stuff in there, stationery themed, all very useful, just really, really full of some good stuff. So I'm excited to get my February box too. And then I just had this little piece of ephemera from Pocket Journal Pam left over. I stuck that underneath the top picture. And here I went back in, because I told you that I didn't feel like the spread was finished. So I wanted to incorporate that pink washi on this page as well. So I just ran it along the side there. And, you know, it's totally not necessary, but I just felt like it was missing something. So I wanted to go back in and add some different things. And so I had my markers there, grabbed a few different colors of those to just add some color splashes around the pages. I think it's kind of nice to be able to add the color without like the watercolor, because sometimes it's really hard to get, at least for me, because I'm new with watercolor. So if I want to add color to a page, you know, sometimes the watercolor can just kind of get away from you. So the markers are nice to be able to just put some splashes of color where you want it. So I did that, and I was watching one of Pam's videos, and she was using the Ecoline brush pens. Oh my goodness. Those look so cool. I put them in my wish list, my Amazon wish list, and yeah, I'm like, maybe I'll ask for those for Mother's Day, because they look really cool, and had a broad like range of colors. And I think they're like a watercolor base, so then you can activate them with water and make them, lighter, but you can also have more concentrated. So I thought that was kind of neat. Yeah, and then I realized I didn't put any of the dates down on these. And like I said, it's not super important, I guess, that I have the dates on there because it's just more or less remembering the dates of, in the actual journal itself, not, like my daughter's picture that we took that in January. So it didn't happen on that day. It's just a creative spread on that day. Does that make sense? I don't know if it makes sense. I feel like I'm rambling. Anyway, so I went ahead and put down the dates on those pages. And then the next page with the picture of my daughter, I just went ahead and wrote in the day because I couldn't find one that worked with the spread there. So I just went ahead and wrote it in with a micron. So that is going to do it for this journal with me, guys. I hope you loved this video. I really appreciate you being here and all your support. It means a lot. So, all right, guys, until next time, have a good one. Bye.